Hey everyone. So we built a prototype of an AI MIDI generator. Is this a good idea? What are we doing? Is this a bad idea? We feel like Oppenheimer. Should we be doing this or not? Is this something that we should build or not build? And we need your help. Let me explain. OpenAI had just come out with this API that anyone can mess around with to create something. So I kind of started just dabbling, and I quickly discovered that it was generating MIDI that was fairly acceptable. So for fun, I was like, well, what if I took that MIDI, dragged it into a DAW, and had Musio perform that MIDI? And to my surprise, it worked pretty darn well. So then I called up my friend, who's a software engineer, and I said, what if we created a simple web app where anybody could just type in the prompt, get the MIDI file, have it play back? So that's what we built.
All right, so it created a MIDI file, and we will add that to our sequence. All right, let's hear how this sounds.
I wanted to share this with people. I wanted to show people at least the 60% component of it actually working.
I tell you, that's not bad.
So I put together this video and I posted it, and the feedback was pretty spread across the spectrum. Man, I want to use it too. Wow, this is awesome, especially with working on a tight deadline. It's kind of impressive. I mean, okay, it's working nicely, but just don't release it. This is horrific. You're going to destroy an industry. Not a good thing. How to kill fun in music. Why would you do this to fellow composers? Please stop this. I'm focusing on the negative ones. So clearly, it's no secret that AI is a controversial issue, especially as it relates to music. What is the right way forward as a music technology company? So in this video, we want to explore some of the benefits and weigh them against some of the risks. And we want you to help us decide whether we should explore it or trash it. Let's start with a little context. For the longest time, music and technology have been very closely linked. For centuries, really. You know, a lute is a technological advancement. But anyway, music and technology have always been advancing, and they've played an important role in shaping the way that we produce music. For instance, in the late 80s, early 90s, hard disk recording transformed everything. Before that, everyone was recording music on tape. And nowadays, music production is possible with the minimum budget. You can work on a laptop at the same level as many professional producers and composers. As we all know, virtual instruments have been around for a while, and that's allowed anybody to have access to, for example, an orchestra that was recorded at an iconic recording studio. Every major technological advancement has kind of been like a double-edged sword. For example, when these digital audio workstations became so affordable, it had a negative effect on studios. When virtual instruments were becoming much more prevalent, there was some pushback from both composers and instrumentalists who were concerned that these technologies would put musicians out of a job. The opposite has happened. There's more orchestral recording happening around the world than at any other time in history. So there's been enormous advancements in technology. There's been a lot of positives and a lot of negatives that have come out of it. And we're seeing the same kind of thing. It seems to be that AI is a very large double-edged sword.
I could see a world in which record labels cut out the artists entirely. And they've already tried to do this, right?
AI is a very controversial subject in the music world because as creators, we don't want to feel like we're being replaced. And when we see something like a technology like this come along, it comes across as a huge threat. There's no doubt that this technology is going to have a massive impact on the way that composers and producers make music. There's a possibility that it could either be very positive for us or negative. There's a lot of pros and cons to this new technology. Let's start with taking a look at some of the concerns around AI in music. And the first one is copyright issues. A lot of the technologies out there that generate AI music have been trained on copywritten data. This is music that was created by all of us. The question is, if a piece of music is created by an AI model and it's been trained on all of this copywritten material, who gets paid?
Show me the
This takes us to the second concern, which is the idea that this could potentially take away jobs from music creators. If there's a technology that can create music at a good enough level, the demand for composers could potentially go down. And the third concern is this idea that it could potentially diminish music creation as a craft. So many of us have spent decades improving our craft, and if a technology comes along and can do it faster and easier, people might value music less. Mike, this is horrific. You're going to destroy an industry. Not a good How to kill fun in music. Why would you do this to fellow composers? I mean, look, I'll just say, like, for us as a company, we've been around for 17 years, and we kind of have a mission statement, which is we build technology to inspire human music creators, to inspire human beings to create music. We're not going to delete the human from the equation, and that's something we should stick to if that's our mission. For us, it's a matter of like acknowledging this potential threat with this technology and turning it into an opportunity, or a bicycle for the mind that allows you to be more efficient at what we know how to do already. So I think that that's kind of where this technology could be used, where our abilities and our skills are augmented, they're amplified, and it allows us to take our creative intuition and taste and get them out there in a much more efficient way. For example, when I work on projects, I often start with a piano sketch that has a melody and some chords. It's very basic. It's kind of the pencil sketch of a composition. But what if you could take that pencil sketch and have it be produced? It could be done for a variety of different ensembles. You can tell it what instrumentation you want. The technology would create that for you. And then you would still have access to all of the MIDI data and be able to control every little aspect of your music so that it conforms to the taste and vision that you have for the piece of music. One of the options we could pursue is solving what we call the blank page problem. It can be a problem sometimes for many of us. We get writer's block. We don't know where to start. But what if you had a tool that can kind of help nudge you in the right direction, get something down on the page, and sort of be this sort of tool that is your co-pilot in composition while still keeping you in the driver's seat? So our mission, Cinesamples and Musio, has been to create technology that inspires human music creators. And that is our mission moving into the future. But we have to acknowledge technology. And the question is, do we go all in on this? Do we table it completely? Or is there some solution somewhere in the middle there? Your opinion is more valuable now than ever. We're asking for your feedback. Let us know, how should we approach this thing? Is there a way that we could use this technology in a positive way that serves you in a way that you want it? Post your comments below and let us know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.